Alrighty. Hello everyone, welcome to the Stream Many Things. My name is Wheeler, I'm your host for tonight, and tonight we're mini painting and chilling for the first time in a while. I was sick last week and it's been a couple weeks since we've been able to do anything, so I'm super excited to be back and hanging out with y'all and painting some minis. So, before we do that, we got a few quick things to get out of the way. One, if you aren't already, please follow the channel. If you have the financial ability to, please consider subscribing. Don't forget that if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe for free to one Twitch account per month with your Twitch Prime subscription. We would love it if that was us. If you also have the financial ability to, please consider donating to our fundraiser for Planned Parenthood. If you use the chat command !SAFE, that will give you a link to a place that allows you to find safe and affordable healthcare in your area, which we believe everyone has the right to. Yeah. If you aren't already following us on our socials, please do at StreamofMT on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Or personally, you can find me at Wheeler's Minis on Twitter, Instagram, and Hive now as well. So, if you aren't also in our Discord channel, join it. Trying to get more people in so we can have a fun time. Also, last but not least, if you could head over to our... You can head on over to our YouTube channel and give us a sub there. We'd really appreciate it. Trying to get to 100 subs by the end of the year. We're only 55 away. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, without further ado, I think we're going to go ahead and get into painting this mini. We're working on a corpse flower tonight. A good friend of mine on Twitter is also working on his corpse flower, which I thought was funny. But I printed this out about a week ago. Was gonna do it, and this actually will be able to go up on the website. So, should you find this mini to your liking and you'd like to add it to your collection, you can check out the stock that's coming up at the end of the month on wheelersminis.com. Yeah, we've got some fun stuff coming, including this guy and some stuff that I'm really proud of and excited to put out on the website. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this. I'm doing a lot of greens, purples, yellows, and I got to do skulls or bone color as well as flesh tone, but I'm probably going to stick with the pallid bone on that one. So first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and get the speed paints ready. We've got 3 today: pallid bone, hive dollar purple, and absolution green. I recently cleaned my wet palette pieces so that way I could actually work with new things. So hopefully I don't ruin it right off the bat, but if I do, I can always do some different colors. So thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Make sure that I don't accidentally squirt out a absolute missile of paint that I don't need. Yeah, excited to be back and painting again. So most of these vines, most of it's going to be that green, especially down here. I want to get like very deep green for the vines. We're going to do purple for the buds that are closed, and for the one bud that's open, we're going to go for like a yellowish, almost bright orange. So hoping it'll come out pretty. And like I said, this will be available on the website when I'm done, as long as I don't like it too much and keep it for myself. But guess we'll have to wait and see. And for the arms that still have flesh on them, I am just going to hit those with pallid bone as well, just because that's going to be, in my opinion, easier. I could do Crusader skin. There's only a minor difference between the two. So pallid bone should work just fine on it. Just gotta be careful not to hit anything I'm not supposed to, and get every piece of vine that needs to be green hit with this green color. And luckily this is on the bottom, so there's not going to be too much light coming on this, so I don't have to worry about highlighting it in a way that detracts from the top. But I zenithal primed it, so it already has some natural highlight to it. And all zenithal priming is priming in a base coat, something darker, and then hitting the top of it with white or a lighter color. In this case, I have always done white just because that's what I have available to me right now. And the beauty of this is once I get this color on, we're going to mash it with some brown and really get some like nice earthy vine tone. But I want to get this based with the speed paint before I start working on detail work. And I know I'm gonna miss some pieces, but I'm trying my best not to. I'm also trying to make sure I don't hit pieces that I'm not supposed to with this green. Though in the end, it really doesn't matter. We're all going to get painted over anyway, but it helps when the base tone is the color you want it to be rather than a color it's not supposed to be. I love this green though. It's a nice dark green, and I love the speed paints. I think they're a great line of paints, and I'm super excited. I recently saw something where they are updating their range, which means we're getting more colors, which is always fun. And these kind of just make it very easy to paint with. Obviously, there are going to be some things that are going to be a little bit harder to paint than others, but the speed paints really take a lot of the hard work out of things, especially in base coating, because it kind of bases and shades at the same time, which is super delightful when you're painting, I wouldn't necessarily say huge minis, but like this one, but you know, larger minis like this can take some time to shade and base coat, so it's nice to just be able to throw some primer down and then really get into the work right off the bat. The other thing I'm going to have trouble with is getting a good angle on some of these parts. It's such a good green. It's nice and dark and wonderful. This is actually not what came with the set that I got. I picked this up as an extra piece. And I got a light green as well. But I thoroughly love this green. I think it is a beautiful, beautiful color. That is extra piece I don't need in there, as is this. Still got some leftover bits from when I was printing, but figure it out. The other thing too is making sure you don't touch specific parts because it'll pull the paint up, which is less than ideal. Let's see. That is also that's the beauty of the speed paints as well. Like I said, is they kind of do many jobs in one. So you can kind of just do this and go over things. And if I go over anything that's supposed to be a different color, the beauty is I can always work around that. Like these bulbs are definitely going to be a purple, but I can't really hit them perfectly without hitting these as well. The bones obviously need to be bone colored, but yeah. Here's another one. Yeah, see, like I said, the only bad thing about this is finding good angles so that I don't have to touch things that don't need to be touched. It's a good green though. I completely agree with you. Another one that I missed right there. Alright, now we can kind of start working in the purple. And it's starting with a very deep purple. It is not going to be this at the end. But having a good like foundation for purple to work up on is very important, because purple tends to be something that is a little bit harder to shade just because you want to keep the color in, but when you base the shade with purple, it makes for a very good time. And this is going to be a deep purple. This is gonna look pretty good. Even now, just with what I've painted so far, I'm very excited about the final product. And hopefully that final product will be clear by the end of this stream. I do have a tendency to work fairly quickly, but depending on how detailed I want to get with this, will depend on what this looks like at the end. And this will be going up on the website, as I've said, because this is a model that I can sell. But yeah, having a good base color to work up from. One of the best things that my buddy told me when I started painting was you can always go brighter, but it's very hard to go darker. So you want to start dark and then work your way up. And that is exactly what I plan on doing. And that is some of the benefit, too, of allowing certain pieces to be hit by some of the paint is less to worry about. So all of these bulbs are going to be this purple color. And I'm basing it kind of off of the picture that I got for the file. But I think that purple and green complement each other very well. Shout out to the Hulk. But two, it kind of follows the normal range of how I paint, which is and tends to be very easily compared to what the monster manual looks like for each of these creatures that I paint. I take some artistic liberty on certain pieces, but normally I like to keep pretty close to home when it comes to these. Now, what I'm also going to do is, even though this is going to be yellow, I'm going to base it in purple because it is going to have, it is that bulb just opened. So to stay consistent with the color scheme, it is going to also get a heavy tone of purple. But once it comes out, it'll be yellow on top, but it'll still have that purple undertone, which will match perfectly with the other bulbs on the mini. And even these, which I'm going to paint in a light tone, are going to have nice purple to them. In fact, if anything, I don't think I need to do pallid bone. I think I could just do the green on the bones as well. Or rather, at least add green into the bony mix. Normally you would let everything kind of dry and then come back over it and do this so that it doesn't bleed. But I only have a limited time on this stream, so kind of just allow things to bleed in. It's not the worst thing. And then the rest I will hit up with green. Again, bringing Anything that's missing, I will hit up with green. That way, it kind of all ties together. And then I can work out the details when I'm done. That actually probably should be purple. Alright, I think I've hit up almost everything on it. Cool. Alright, so that's that. Now for this, sticking it with the green at least for this. I'm probably gonna base this and put like things on it after the minis on the base. But it's always good to get a color down. I'm gonna do a brown for this. Probably the camo cloak. This is like a greenish brown. And then we'll see if I can keep some of the color on the leaves and such. I would love for that to still be there, but basically this is just acting as a shade, because I will be going over this with actual basing materials, like adding fake dirt and things like that, which I may not do tonight because I kind of want to get a specific dirt for this, and I don't currently have any in the house. And then for around the base of the base, we're gonna do the green. Just to kind of give it a good look. Oh. Now to look on anything that I missed. Didn't get what it needed. Again, we're doing pallid bone on the skin as well because there's no reason for me to break out Crusader skin on this, especially if everything is kind of slowly being eaten away anyway by this creature. Basically just looking around, seeing if I missed anything. Alright, now I'm going to need a light brown and a, wouldn't necessarily say deep, but a deep-ish green. Moving to the side for some reason. And what we'll do is we'll mix those together for the vines, and then for the purple, move this. Oh man. Ooh. Probably didn't need that much. It's okay. Golly. Shoulder. Not feeling it. Whew. Also, hopefully this music is lower than my voice. I know someone commented on one of our videos recently about that, so. But that should be all I need of the speed paints for now. This purple can go back up, as can this green. And then the yellowish orange is this one. And then I might dry brush a little bit of this on the top of the vines and highlight with this. But we'll wait and see. Now I'm going to go ahead and just start pulling. Making a bit of a brown, greenish brown. Because vines aren't perfectly green even when they're healthy. So you kind of want a good blanket in between the two. Wow, goodness. That's my elbow. That's not what I needed. Shoulders out of the socket. Woo! I'll have to see what's going on with that. Alright. Got a little bit more time before it's fully dried. And I just want to make sure that it is dried before I get going on it. So, in the meantime, I guess we'll work on some of these rings that I haven't completed. Let's see, what colors do I have? I've got purple, green, a little bit of bone. I'll actually also grab some zombie flesh out just in case. For this, we're gonna just go ahead and it doesn't have a primer on it, so hopefully this stays. This is a bone, so we're just gonna go pallid bone all over it. Actually, want a little bit more. Damn, we're already 30 minutes in. It's been so long since we've done this. It just feels like the time should not be going this fast. And yet, here we are. Yeah, I just want to make sure I get a lot, because the whole point of this is to shade And you don't want to overdo it, but you definitely want to do it enough to where it shows the shadow well. All right, and then work some of it back where my finger was. It actually shows up. Definitely still drying. I'm gonna give it a little more time. Oh, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. I do this every Monday, as long as I'm not sick and dying. Yeah, I do this every Monday. I've got stuff coming up on the website I'm super excited about. So, yeah, fun times. I'm going to keep some of this in here just in case I do need to use it again when I'm painting. If I have anything else I can work on in the meantime. Nope, most of this needs black. It looks dry, and then I turn it over and it's like, I am not dry yet. I'm gonna have to wait. Pretty sure I brought my water. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my water. Alright, we're back. Oh, just needed to grab my water bottle. Alright, let's see what we got going on. I'm just worried because every time I try to speed up this process, it always goes poorly for me. But it looks like most of it is dry on vines. We're gonna a little bit too much. Go ahead and just start working some color onto them. Yeah. If you know me, you've been watching me paint for long enough, you know that dry brushing and getting color on like this is one of my favorite things because it adds texture. It like shows such a beautiful marriage between the shadow. Oop, probably took a little bit too much on that. The shadow and the natural color. All I'm doing is just kind of putting some green back into or rather pulling the green out. The mini and really helping highlight how vast and deep the shadows are on here. Let's see what it is. Oops, too much. Oops. Make sure I don't have any color that I don't want on the brush. And back in. Now we're just getting some of that shadow off of the space that it doesn't need to be in. Giving it more of a natural look. Got a really nice color on it now. It's kind of accentuating the shadows, but making sure that they don't overtake what's happening with the rest. Just gonna make sure it's hitting everywhere. Oops. Let's see, I'm picking up some of that. Speed paint that I don't want to touch. Just a couple of spots too. Alright, let's get some green, which is nice. All right, getting some purple in there. So same thing with the base of the green. We're just doing with the purple now to kind of help bring out the edges and take away some of the shadow. Bringing some more of that purple out. And I could put some of that orange / yellow that I'm going to do. Don't need a lot of. Just start working it into space that I want it. Definitely going to take a couple coats to get done though. Just to kind of get purple down. That's going to be yellowish. Still have that purple undertone. And I can always go over it again with another coat. Okay, let's take some more cuts. Anyway, now I can get a good look at any of the bulbs I missed with the purple. And kind of start working back towards those. Not really. Not really. Just grab any of the bulbs that I missed. That purple. Yeah, the purple and the green are gonna look so good together. And then I unfortunately don't have any skeleton bone left, so I'm going to have to use fair skin instead. What I have down here. Just kind of start. Actually, I could use. And kind of just start grabbing and doing. Doing some little dry brush bits. But the meat and bones of this is going to be detailing the things that I accidentally hit with other colors. Is absolutely okay. Excuse me. Whew. I'm gonna end up coming back over all of this bone with an Earthshade as well. So see, like, that's a bulb there, but I hit it with bone on accident. It's a bulb there, but I hit it with green on accident. So it's just going to be a lot of detailing, going back over some of the work I've already done. Which kind of is the name of miniature painting. You end up going back over a lot of the work you've already done to fix mistakes, or just make it look better with dry brushing and different techniques. Thank you. I will eat it in a second. All right. All right, now that I have most of the bones painted, I can start working on that flesh. Normally I would put a flesh shade on these, but because they are part of the plant, I'm going to just lump them in with the earth shade. Which is just going to bring some of that flesh tone back out. Go back to this. Any pieces that I missed. That. Completely missed one down here. And just hit up, like I said, any of the bulbs that I missed. And any of the vines that I may have accidentally got bone color on. Going back over those. Actually, I think that's a bone as well. Alright. Oh. Take a quick break to get something to eat. And just give them out a second to dry. My shoulder's not feeling good. Perfect for me. Just focusing on getting colors where they need to be. We're pretty good on almost everything. Those are bones as well. Those up. Sure they're represented properly. We're gonna shade this up. Really mostly just the arms. And the bones. And the brown will be a nice kind of conjoining of everything. Alright, let that dry for a little bit. Oh. And then I can do a little bit of work on the base now. Mixing in that green. these teeth painted up top here. Probably also hitting those with some of that earth shade. A second. Definitely gonna need a brighter yellow because that orange definitely hits pretty orange. So just getting some bright yellow on there will be nice. Yeah, getting some nice yellow in there. Make sure that it is the color that I want, which definitely was more this yellow than that orange. Or just and what I'll probably do is hit up the vines again with just the green, not the greenish brown, but very much as a dry brush. So far, it's going pretty good on this one. I'm liking how it's coming out so far, which is always a good thing. Plus, the shift in the green is actually helping kind of brighten the purple too. It's really fun watching that stuff come to life. Like, right before your eyes as you're painting it. I'll probably still go over and highlight with a different, like a lighter green, but for now it's kind of working exactly the way I want it to. Which again is just kind of deepening the shadows while also making the color pop more in certain areas. Put some there because I'm running low. And yeah, it gives you an opportunity to kind of look back and see places that you might want a different color. Like right here, I painted it purple, but I think it would be better if it was green. I'm just going back over and kind of doing a light coat of green on it. Really helping the color. And can also do things like signify new growth. Newer growth is always a little bit greener than the growth around it, so it gives it a sense of almost kind of like natural growing when you're showing colors like this. Which is always fun. So that is still drying. While that dries, we will do the lighter purple to add more depth to the buds. Just kind of painting up on areas that would be touching the light and giving them a bit more of this lighter purple as like a highlight. Just adding more depth overall to everything. It is looking good. Really just hitting up the most highlighted spots with this very, very light green. And really all that's going to do is just kind of add a nice little sense of definition. And just bring out a nice little extra level of this. May have gone unseen. Had I not done it. And you can already kind of see where the light's hitting it, which makes it very easy to just kind of, you know, just very slightly dabble this in. You don't want a lot, you just want a little bit, almost like a glaze. Which just helped kind of show off aspects of the mini that you may not have thought about. Right. Right there. Kind of the same thing for these little bulbs. Just kind of hitting the part that the light touches the most. It's just adding a nice little depth of color into them. That way, even if it's not in the light, it is still showing up as shaded. Perfect. Take some of this pallid bone, mix it in with their skin to almost darken it up a bit. And then take that color. Oops, too much. Nope, still too much. What I wanted to do is just get it right over the top of the bones to bring that bone color back out. But I put too much on the brush. One thing you gotta be careful of when you're dry brushing is putting too much of the color on the brush. Anything that I'm accidentally touch with this or miss or do too much of, I can just go right back over it with palette bone and it should be pretty good to go. Like those two pieces. I'm gonna take the last bit of palette bone I have and just put that right there and right there and a little bit right there. And that should really be good. Alright, I could take this right over top. Alright, and now I take a bit of zombie flesh. Go over. This is drier. Go over any arms that are sticking out. But they are the color that I want, which is this flesh tone. Hit that with a little more fair skin again. Alrighty. Getting pretty close to done with this. Got 20 minutes left. I can definitely eat this out for 20 minutes. Go ahead and go. Back over these teeth. Right. Basically now just going over anything that might be incorrectly painted. Painting over that with its correct color. Right. I think mostly done. Trying to figure out what color to do the inside of this, but I think a good, very light green is going to be the best bet. I think the official piece has it as like a red or orange or something, but I think this green is going to fit a little better. Just to tie everything in together. And one final pass through with the yellow. Make sure it's the color that I want. I definitely want it to pop. It should be something that catches adventurers' eyes. Ooh, scared the hell out of me. Thank you, Nerdhalla, for the follow. I appreciate it. Definitely scared the bejesus out of me. Alright, I'm liking the yellow. The yellow looks good. Not bleeding over to purple really anywhere. Guess now it's just spot highlighting. Actually, what I'm gonna do is take the last little bit of pallid bone here and put it on the teeth, because it's a little difficult to tell that they're teeth at the moment. And then as soon as that dries, we're just going to do a little bit of fair skin. Yeah, the green was a good choice on that light green, because it matches all the highlights. So it kind of pulls a nice color into it. And there was a vine somewhere that I was like, I need to redo part of that. This one. Goodness. Just take some green. Kind of work that into there. Here to get some of that yellow out. There. Yep. And as soon as that dries, just put a little bit of the fair skin on there. And just hit some of this with the highlight as well to kind of just match the highlighting I've been doing on the entire thing. Yay, mini painting. It's okay. Jump scares are sometimes needed, and I love horror and jump scares, so I can't really be too upset. But yeah, mini painting. I'm actually almost done with this piece. And then it will get sealed and put up on the website at the end of the month. Just doing some small highlighting to kind of help make it pop. And now that that is cleaned, I could take. I'm actually gonna mix some of the fair skin and zombie flesh together. Get more of a bony look. And then go around and just hit these up with that. Finally getting some painting done on stream. This is nice. And I'm not upset with this paint job at all. I think it looks pretty good. And finally taking a little bit of white and just kind of hitting the top of the teeth. Yep. That for sure is a corpse flower. Got about 5 minutes left. Might as well do a little more edge highlighting. It's just finding pieces that are being hit a little bit more by the light. Already did some on that one. A little bit. And hit it up with the even lighter green on places that already have that green on it. So here, here, here. Here, and here, and here, here. Here. Too much on that. Boom. Sweet. And yeah, think that is... Oh, I think that's gonna do it for me. Took up almost every minute that we had. The last thing we're gonna do is make some greenish brown. Just paint these leaves. Because I'm going to do cocoa fibers for the base, but I don't have any cocoa fibers currently, so I'm gonna have to wait on that one. But I want to get these leaves painted. I'm gonna say they're fresh fallen and not dead, which is why they're having a bit more green in them. Green. And yeah, last thing is to let's go ahead and I don't know which way it goes, so that's the way that it's going. All right. Took our water down to the last bit. Painted down to the last bit. That is a successful stream in my eyes. And sure, it's gonna stay there. All right. Looks pretty good. This guy will be up on the website the end of the month. Super excited. It looks really cool. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for the follows, for those of you who followed me. A few quick things to get out of the way before we end for the night. If you aren't already, please follow the channel. If you have the financial ability to, please consider subscribing or donating to our fundraiser for Planned Parenthood. Don't forget that if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe for free with your Twitch Prime subscription to one Twitch channel per month. We would really appreciate it. Follow us on our socials at StreamOfMT on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, or you can follow me personally at Wheelers Minis. Check out what's in stock currently at the website at www.wheelersminis.com. Join our Discord server. Head over to our YouTube channel where you can and should subscribe. It's free there. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. But yeah, that is going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. And I will see you all on Wednesday for some video game plan. Good night, guys.